Muhammadu Buhari has pledged that Nigeria is ready to host the Secretariat of the Sahel Climate Fund, including equipping and provision of accommodation to the top management staff of the fund. The Sahel Climate Fund is the financial body of the Sahel Region Climate Commission. President Buhari said these are the second heads of state and government of Sahel region during the 36th AU Summit. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde tells us more.
These leaders are from the Sahel region, an area particularly vulnerable to climate change. The situation now threatens food security and has increased malnutrition in the region that has most of the world's poorest countries. This meeting is convened by the President of the Republic of Niger as part of Africa's desperation to transform the continent and build resilience in the face of climate change. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari is concerned about availability and access to funds for implementation of climate change activities, especially adaptation, which remains a major problem for the African region.
Towards effective implementation of climate change activities, Nigeria is fully part of the Sahel Region Climate Commission and wishes to be part of the Commission's successful operationalization. As you may all know, the Sahel Climate Fund, the financial body of the Sahel Region Climate Commission, Nigeria pledges to host the Secretariat of the Sahel Climate Fund, equip and provide accommodation to the top management staff of the fund.
Nigeria is an active member of the Commission, and President Buhari pledged to support the operationalization of the Secretariat towards effective implementation of climate change activities in the region. But he says hosting the Secretariat of the Sahel Climate Fund is a demonstration of Nigeria's commitment to mitigating and reversing the trend of climate change in Africa.
It's a major victory for Nigeria. It shows the ability of our leadership, to be able to bring to Nigeria, in spite of whatever anybody will say, that we have been able to bring the headquarters of the Sahel Climate Fund to Nigeria. That shows significantly the role and effort and leadership the Nigerian government is showing in these organizations. So yes, we are not leading from behind. In fact, we are leading in the front.
Africa has the world's lowest per capita emission, but is most vulnerable to the impact of climate change. There is strong evidence that climate change, which is drying up sources of livelihoods, also fuels conflicts. Now African leaders agree that there is need to review the current financial model of climate action.
It is now a scientific truth that the magnitude of impact connected to climate change have assumed existential proportions for all humanity. Equally decisive is the evidence that the people of Africa, who are responsible for the least pollution so far, are the most vulnerable to
the relationship between conflict and the environment. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Addis Ababa.
A meeting between the National Working Committee